All truth passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as self-evident. It's mostly his loss that teaches us about the value of something. It is difficult to find happiness within oneself, but it is impossible to find it anywhere else. One should use common words to say uncommon things. We forfeit 3/4 of ourselves in order to be like other people. A sense of humor is the only divine quality of man. Treat a work of art like a prince, let it speak to you first. Thus, the task is not so much to see what no one yet has seen, but to think what nobody yet has thought about that which everybody sees. A high degree of intellect tends to make a man unsocial. Great men are like eagles and build their nest on some lofty solitude. Religion is the masterpiece of the art of animal training, for it trains people as to how they shall think. Hope is the confusion of the desire for a thing with its probability. No rose without a thorn, but many a thorn without a rose. Marrying means to have one's rights and double one's duties. We can regard our life as a uselessly disturbing episode in the blissful repose of nothingness. Every parting gives a foretaste of death, every reunion a hint of the resurrection. If I maintain my silence about my secret, it is my prisoner. If I let it slip from my tongue, I am its prisoner. The shortness of life, so often lamented, may be the best thing about it. The safest way of not being very miserable is not to expect to be very happy. Wealth is like sea water. The more we drink, the thirstier we become, and the same is true of fame. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. If we were not also interested in ourselves, life would be so uninteresting that none of us would be able to endure it. Life swings like a pendulum backward and forward between pain and boredom. To feel envy is human, to savor schadenfreude is devilish. Faith is like love. It does not let itself be forced. The business of the novelist is not to relate great events, but to make small ones interesting. Politeness is to human nature what warmth is to wax. Reading is thinking with someone else's head instead of one's own. We seldom think of what we have, but always of what we lack. He who writes carelessly confesses thereby at the very outset that he does not attach much importance to his own thoughts. Ordinary people merely think how they shall spend their time. A man of talent tries to use it. Men are the devils of the earth, and the animals are its tormented souls. After your death, you will be what you were before your birth. Life is short, and truth works far and lives long. Let us speak the truth. Everyone takes the limits of his own vision for the limits of the world. No one writes anything worth writing unless he writes entirely for the sake of his subject. For the world is hell, and men are on the one hand the tormented souls and on the other the devils in it. Buying books would be a good thing if we also could buy the time to read them. No rose without a thorn. Yes, but many a thorn without a rose. In the end everyone stands alone, and the important thing is who it is that stands alone.